You're all welcome to First Influencers channel where we talk about the latest in the world of sports. Today we're going to be talking about the great fight, the UFC fight that's happening tomorrow. That is the 28th of August 2022. The fight between Leon Edwards and Usman Kamaru. We're just going to be running through all the statistics of the two fighters, who they've fought ever since before this rematch. This is a great rematch. I'm sure lots of the British, they're really rooting for Leon Edwards. So I'm just going to be starting with the fight is going to be held in Vivnitz Arena in Salt City. That's in Utah. Utah is in the US of A. So, and the fight is going to be between Usman Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare, and Leon Edwards. So, the two fighters, I'm going to run us through the statistics. Like I said, the first one is I'll just be interchanging between these two great fighters. Kamaru Usman has won 20 fights. He has lost just one and drew nothing. So we're going to Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards has won 19 fights, lost 3, and there was no competition that was being declared in one. So I'm saying that again. He won 19 fights, lost 3, and there was no competition that was being declared in one. The average fight time between these two fighters, Usman's average fight time is 16 minutes 40 seconds, and Leon Edwards is 15.15 seconds. That's 15 minutes 15 seconds. The height, Usman's height is 6 feet, whereas Leon Edwards is 6.2. That's an advantage for a fighter. So that means it's taller than Usman Kamaru. So the weight is 77.110.7 kg. One has to be exact. So, and they weigh the same thing. The weight for Leon Edwards is 77.110.7 kg too. So they are of the same weight. And the reach, when they are trying to, the punch, how they are able to reach their opponents, the reach for Usman is 76, and whereas for Leon Edwards it's 74. And the stance, when they are standing, as in the way they compose themselves, when their stance, Usman's stance is switch. That's one thing I'm gonna have to look up and just tell our viewers more about that. And the stance for Leon Edwards is southpaw, and the date of birth for Usman Kamaru is on the 11th of May 1987, and date of birth for Leon Edwards is August. That means his birthday is coming up in a couple of days, August the 25th 1991. So the striking strikes, it's also significant. So striking, that's we're going a little bit in depth. The strikes landed per minute for Usman Kamaru is 4.66, whereas for Leon Edwards is 2.62. I'm sure most of our followers might not really understand this, but if you really follow, if you watch all this match, even if you are viewing, through the cable or through the internet, we're talking about the stance, as in how they are able to strike. These are the things that, as a blogger, as a critic, as a freelance person that follows UFC, these are the things that I have to be able to tell yourself. So that's why I'm going this in depth. And the striking accuracy, when somebody is striking, a fighter is striking an opponent, the accuracy for Usman is 52%, and for Leon Edwards is 49%. The strike absorbed, when it's being, when they are being striked, the strike, what they are being able to absorb is 2.59 for Usman Kamaru, whereas for Leon Edwards is 2.15. And grappling, that is trying to grapple your opponent. Before you even go into that, the defense for Kamaru Usman is 58%. The way he's been able to defend himself, his defense against his opponent. Whereas for Leon Edwards is 55%. Now, going back to the grappling, which I mentioned earlier, the takedown average within 15 minutes, it's 3 minutes for Usman Kamaru. But for Leon Edwards, it's 1 minute 48 seconds. I'll say that's also an advantage. That means Leon Edwards is good when it comes to being takedown average. So the takedown accuracy, when you take people down accurately, when you're able to take your opponent down, is 49% for Usman Kamaru, whereas for Leon Edwards is 35%. Then the takedown defense, how they're able to come out of that, defense is for Kamaru Usman is 100%, but for Leon Edwards is 70%. Submission average, for when they are being able to take down and they submit, for Usman Kamaru is 0.1, but for Leon Edwards is 0.3. And we're going to be discussing now about the fighters they fight most recently. We're going to start with Kamaru Usman. Usman fought Covington, he fought Miss Vidal, then he fought Wins. He now had a rematch with Miss Vidal, then he had a rematch with Covington. All this he won. So he had 2 rematches with Covington. He fought him once, he had a rematch. Miss Vidal, he fought him once, he had a rematch with Bonds. So I think this should be the 3rd time that he's having a rematch with a fighter. That is, he's having a rematch with Leon Edwards. He won him first. This is a rematch that's going to be held tomorrow at the Lake City in Utah. Then for Leon Edwards, he fought Diaz, which he won. He fought Mohammed, which was no contest, like I said earlier on. Then he fought Dos Anjos, which he won. He won Nelson, an opponent. Then he won Sirion. So these are the fighters that these fighters have won or they have fought of recent. So if you have not joined our channel, I will implore you to join the First Influencers channel, where we bring you the lessons in the world of sports. I implore you to join us, subscribe to our channel, follow us to bring you more analysis like this on forthcoming events, fights, even matches, wherever the sports events are happening. We'll be able to bring you the latest. My name is Jide. I'll implore you once again to follow us on First Influencers channel. Until next time, when I see you in the next video, it's bye from me. Thank you and bye-bye.